The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your SuperChats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
What is the real reason why Justin Fields and the passing attack is struggling at camp? We'll talk with someone who's been at every practice this summer. Robby Sabo will join us for that and much more on the state of the Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, AG's first training camp with the New York Jets is underway.
We bleed Jets green each and every day.
Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do.
At least we have Garrett Wilson.
We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below.
Super Chats, baby. Cut the line.
We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go. Show number 2 on the day. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. Jets Packers on Saturday. Are the starters going to play? Because that's definitely going to influence what I bet on for a preseason Jets football game. Let's talk about the state of the New York Jets. I've been excited about this guy coming on the show all week because I think when it comes to observations and takeaways from watching practice, there's no one better in the Jet community than Robby Sabo, and he joins us right now. Mr. Sabo, welcome back. And before we even get into any of this, let's do something really cool for your niece. Your niece is up for the Young Athlete of the Year. That's right. Robby Sabo's niece. Is it her name is Arya, or is it pronounced Arya?
I think Game of Thrones swapped the Y for the I. Yeah.
Beautiful. So Youth Athlete of the Year. The link is in the description. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's easy. If you want to support Robby's niece, all you need to do is click on the link and follow the instructions, and you could help Robby's niece win an awesome award. Plus, it's sponsored by Sports Illustrated, and there's a charity component as well for the V Foundation. So really cool. I don't know if you got any of the athletic genes that your niece has, Robby, but that's awesome. So good luck to your niece, and I know she's watching. So shout out to you, Arya.
Yeah. She's listen. She's tremendous. I'm steadfast to the not just belief, but fact I could still beat her one-on-one. If you don't believe me, please do. I don't lie about things like that. That's serious business. But she's getting close, dude. Youth Athlete of the Year. Yeah, yesterday when we started pushing it through JetX and you on Twitter. So thank you for that. She moved from I think 4th to 1st right away. So she's stoked. And let's get that final push today.
How old is she?
Don't ask me questions I know. Don't ask me questions I obviously know, but I'm not going to say out loud just in case. Right. Just in case I'm very uncertain about not being correct. No, she's going into 6th grade, so whatever age that is.
So what year was this photo taken of you two at the Knicks game here that I have on the screen?
That was not this past Knicks season. It was was it this past? No, it was the season prior. It was the season prior because Hartenstein was still there. It was great. We got to go in the fan tunnel. So it was for her birthday. And, I called in a couple of favors and her and her friends by the fan tunnel got to see the players go out. It was a highlight for sure.
Love it. Well,
know what game it was? Do you remember? It was the low ass scoring old school game against Philly 2 seasons ago. In the springtime at one point. It was one of those one of the strangest games. It was like 70-70 final score or something like that.
I'll tell you what, Robby always supports the Asmaniacs and comes on the show every week. So support Robby and his niece, Arya. And good luck to Arya with this award. All right, let's talk about the present New York Jets. Let's talk about what has been the story the last couple days. Justin Fields struggling at practice. Now, I got the text from you. What was it, yesterday? Okay, today was bad. But 2 days ago, you said there was a lot more nuance and context to Fields' stats those days. just your thoughts, the last 3 practices, the numbers are the numbers. I'll put them up on the screen. But how would you assess the state of the passing attack and Justin Fields in particular, as there's a bunch of headlines about how bad he's doing? You're there. Break it down.
Well, I think there's a couple of components here. There's the Aaron Rodgers component, and I'm not shy to mention his name. I know a lot of Jets fans want to pretend he doesn't exist, that he just poof, evaporated into thin air based on what happened. He exists, folks, and he's going to be at MetLife Stadium week 1. And when evaluating Fields, we have to mention Rodgers because it tells us what the Jets want to be. It tells us what Glenn opted for, and it tells us, like, it gives us hints in terms of their identity and vision. And without that context, you're going to blow your top. You're going to lose your mind when you see 4 for 16 and Fields struggling in the passing offense. So that's important. Understand what Glenn wants. Instead of an offense that relies on the classic Rodgers, Manning, Brady at the line type stuff, which Rodgers is, and it's a great benefit to have, especially in today's league, Glenn opted for something else. It's OC dependent, it's scheme dependent, and most importantly, it's offensive line dependent. What they do offensive line wise, how Fashanu, Membu, Titman, AVT, and Simpson come together trumps Fields' passing in importance by a million miles. So understand that. That's one. Yes, Saturday was rough. You were there, Jake. You saw it. Interestingly, it started okay. They came out, and for the first time all summer, I said, then that's a Fields offense. Zone read, RPOs, read options, a lot of stuff that we're going to see this regular season. The problem is you can't do that all camp. You can't do that all summer. It's you don't get the bang for your buck, so it's not worth it. Sunday was Monday the bad? Yeah, Monday was the really bad day, 4 for 16. Listen, it wasn't great, but I wrote an article and I told you I think it was a lot better than the stats indicate, and it was miles better than Saturday. I don't care about the completions. I don't care about the attempts. I care about things that Fields can control in terms of timing. He's got to be on time. Being on time in Engstrand's offense is huge. Trusting the first read. Getting rid of the ball hot when the pressure is coming. So that's the stuff. Even though it was 4 for 16, there were a couple drops. He delivered some balls that were just out of bounds. That's fine. However, if Monday was a bit overhyped, he was okay. Tuesday was as bad as it gets. It was a disaster. And
Zach Wilson bad? How bad are we talking?
Let me tell you something. And people are going to want to kill me for this. But when you talk about just pocket passing, they're very similar, these two guys. And an argument could be made, Wilson's actually better. What has Fields, have a lot of potential, which is very real, are his legs. When you look at Josh Allen under Daboll, the first year, the second year, he was running a lot. And an argument can be made, even though he has a really strong arm, he would have never succeeded in the pocket, scanning progressions. He would have never gotten to where he is now without using his legs, without tempting the defense to play more aggressive, to be on the lookout, to rush responsibly. When you got to rush responsibly against a quarterback, you can't design elaborate stuff and get to him as quicker. You have to hang out on the edge. You can't go crazy. You have to be really disciplined. That's Fields' element. That separates him from a guy like Zach Wilson. But pocket passing, it's very similar. And, the bad days are mainly going to be pocket passing stuff where they're working on things that don't involve his legs, if that makes sense. But Tuesday, there were a couple of picks. The Sin pick was 20, 25 yards downfield, left side. Secondary read. He started right, eventually came left. And you can't do that when it's too high. And Cisco just ranged over and intercepted it. It was a gift. Intercepted it so easily. So Sin things like that are the things that I look for.
Zach Wilson at Justin Fields comps is not what I need right now. Not what I need.
Pocket passing. Only one of many quarterback categories.
You guys
Call him foul on that. Don't mention his name.
One of many categories. That's just one thing. That's all. And listen, I'll say this to Jets fans. This is my opening line in an article yesterday.
Talk to me. I'm a Jets fan.
who did Jets fans think Justin Fields was when the Jets signed him? That's my big question right now. Like, who did they think he was, and what are they expecting of him? And when
Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, not all, but that's some, right? That the Jets are going to be this team that's going to have this like quarterback renaissance after Baker Mayfield did what he did and Sam last year with the Vikings. I mean, that's what some think.
yes,
I don't, but I hope I'm wrong.
and I think maybe it was spurred on a little bit by Glenn's comments. You know, we're bringing him here to play quarterback. We want to do the right thing by him to evolve his game in every facet. You know, he didn't say traditional quarterback, quote unquote, you know, traditional quarterback skills, but that's kind of how people took it. In my mind, and I think in Glenn's mind with Truth Serum, that is on the back burner, that sort of thing. That's stuff that is for later down the road. And that's stuff that is only going to have a chance of happening is if the first thing happens first, in which is this OC is the real deal. This O-line could just road grade anybody. They run like hell. Fields does his thing on the ground, and he does this thing with RPOs, and he does this thing with the primary read, with Engstrand scheming guys with the first open read. That has to happen first. And where I see him getting into trouble is him fighting the primary read oftentimes. There were a few times Tuesday when Garrett Wilson was running open on east-west routes, shallow crosses, you know, slant here and there, a shorter in-breaker, and it was right in front of his face, and he just didn't opt to throw to him for some reason. Instead, he opted to throw to the trail guy. And even 7-on-7, and 7-on-7, the offense should dominate. He was just in his own head. And that's one thing where, you know, Glenn said he had command of the offense. I might take umbrage with that. I understand what he's saying. He knows the offense. He knows what to do. But when the play happens, he's kind of, over the last 2 days, he's kind of been a wreck in terms of uncertainty. There's no confidence. The one good drive they had yesterday was when they got back to structure. It was a start at your own 20, and they really got to structure. First play was a play action, got the defense thinking run, you know, 20, 25-yard out to Stone Smart on the run, good throw, wide open, 2 wide receiver screens to Garrett, one of them where he turned the corner. It ended, unfortunately, in a Ruckert pick. It's more on Ruckert than Fields. Fields had great timing, threw it right when Ruckert was in his break, you know, a deep out or a corner. Maybe the steam was a little bit too much, but it's ultimately on Ruckert. But the point is, it's about structure in the passing game, and that's what they're working to get down right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's try and cheer everyone up. Sauce Gardner, Robbie, you'd say he's having a pretty good camp. You'd say he looks like one of the best corners in the NFL. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
You think Jet fans would like a signed jersey from Sauce Gardner?
Yes.
End of the stream today, we give away a signed Sauce Gardner jersey. Gift the membership to be entered. The first person to gift 10 memberships, I'm doubling it. So 10 is 20, 20 is 40. If you want a chance to win a signed Sauce Gardner jersey, the Human Fund is in the raffle for one. He was the first to do it. Shout out to the Human Fund. Shout out to everyone who watches Seinfeld as well. Love that reference.
Damn Kruger.
Let me say this, Robbie. Justin Fields, 1 to 10 is the scale here. Level of concern, or is it way too early because we're talking about stuff that's happening the first week of August and we haven't even had a preseason game yet?
Is 10 the most concerned?
10 is most concerned.
Then I'm at a 2. I'm not concerned at all whatsoever. And, you know, it's interesting. I've been called, as have you, you know, a so-called Aaron Rodgers backer, you know, kind of wanting him back and wanting Glenn to explore that avenue, thinking there was still meat on that bone. Yet I'm the same, you know, at the same time, I've been the guy defending Fields most, I feel like, out of everybody. And it boils down to a very simple reason. It's expectations. I know who Fields is. I understand what the Jets are trying to do.
And you could also speak to the fact, because you're there every day, how wildly different the play calls are for Fields versus Tyrod. They have an entire offense designed for Fields to have RPOs and quarterback power. Like that's him. You can't do that with Tyrod at age 36.
Yes, correct. And by the way, when you're you do different things. You eventually evolve and expand on the playbook and get work in that way. They've been at a point in the last few practices where they're trying to work on things that doesn't suit this guy. It doesn't suit him. And it's going to be rough go. That's just the way it is. It's going to be a rough go. I'm not saying he can't improve. When I bring up Zach Wilson in terms of just straight pocket passing, that does not mean the offense is doomed. It does not mean Fields can't be a guy who makes a Pro Bowl even. The league has changed in such a drastic degree that what he does on the ground could trump anything else, all of his other deficiencies to the upteenth degree. I don't think people realize that. So yes, while passing offense is important, it's nowhere near as important, I think, as it once was. It sounds crazy to say that with the passing exploding, but that's just how dynamic some of these offenses are with running quarterbacks. But hey, at the same time, it really does put pressure on Glenn and the coaching staff and the offensive line and the rushing game to get things done. And at the same time, too, listen, in terms of pocket passing, the Jets intentionally really destroyed their talent at that position from Rodgers to Fields. Glenn knows this. Everyone should realize this. Fans should realize this, but that doesn't mean they're doomed. It just means they're going about it in a more unique way. And seeing him struggle when pocket passing or certain things are the only thing they're working on, it doesn't really concern me at all.
Frank P is the first to drop a 10 spot. We're doubling it. 20 raffle entries for Frank P. If you got a membership from Frank, thank him. He joins the raffle for 10. All right, a couple super chats here, and then I got more questions about what you have seen at camp. But first, shout out to Connor Long. Shout out to Robby's niece. Always happy to support a fellow middle schooler.
Oh, jeez. I should ask her if she wants a job. Jeez, she could write.
I mean, the fact that Connor is just 14, it really is mind-boggling, man.
He might be an alien. He might be an extraterrestrial. I've been thinking about that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Keep killing it, Connor. You're well on your way. Don't take our jobs.
Yeah.
J-Mag's in the house. Robbie, do you think the starters need to be playing in the preseason? LFG Jets. What's up, Jay? Hope you're doing well. We were going to get into this, so why don't we do this? I'll play you the cut from Fields, and then, Robbie, you give us your take on the preseason with the starters and specifically what you anticipate for Saturday.
I think we at least need to see the field each and every game. I think that'll be good for our team. It'll be good for Tanner getting that in-game stuff. It'll be good for me, the guys on offense. I don't think I know some guys they sit out the whole preseason, but I don't think that's the case with us. Just because of the new team, new offense and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean I don't. That's kind of how I feel about the situation. So.
Your thoughts?
I love it. I mean, this is probably what I love most about Fields. His willingness to play, want to play, and his toughness. When he cracked his ribs in that bowl game at Ohio State and came back, he's playing with a dislocated toe right now too. Let's keep that in mind. This is what I love the most. I do think they should play as much as possible, which makes sense. Obviously, you're not going to play them the full game. We all understand that. What will happen? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would be shocked if they don't play, at least somewhat. But in the preseason, I'm talking about. But in terms of this weekend, I don't know. I just have no idea. But they need to play because this scheme is still new. Everyone's still trying to grasp it. And the one thing that I'm really concerned about from a coaching perspective, and I don't know what my level of concern is this. Is Glenn taking it too seriously, the want to turn Fields into a more traditional all-around quarterback? And if he is, are they going too far down that road? And it can't be shoved down their throats. It can't be shoved down this team throats. Because in practice, I'm seeing a lot of stuff that, I feel like we should be seeing more that is familiar to Fields. That could just be dependent on camp and not live tackling. I mean, that's very easily the case, and I think that is the case. But recently, it's gone away. It's gone towards a direction where I'm not seeing him make plays running. I'm not seeing him make plays with his legs on the run, and that's what you really want to see. He's really trying to narrow down the traditional drop back stuff and grasp the scheme and progress. If I'm Glenn, I'm going to try to get my offense back to the more all around stuff that suits him better.
It's going to be interesting to see what the approach is for Saturday. Is it a series? Is it two?
Yes.
And also, if you're putting Fields out there, he needs to be out there with the starting offensive line for everyone that's healthy. If Tippmann's going to play guard for that game and Myers is the center, fine, because obviously we know Simpson is out at least a week or so with the back. But you can't put Fields out there unless you have the full complement of starters with him. Otherwise, it makes no sense to put him out there in the first place.
And that's why I would play them this Saturday, because I think they need to snap it back into mind that, hey, we got to do what suits us best. And listen, I'm not saying they're departing from that. They could just be in a mode right now where they're working on different things. They're that far down into the scheme and playbook where they haven't gotten to yet. But it's been a few days, and I think they need to pull it back a little bit.
Well, the thing I wonder is Glenn's philosophy, hey, we want them to play, but we're going to wait for the last 2 weeks of the preseason schedule, or is it the first two, and then you have more time before you get ready for September 7th? I mean, there's still a lot of time. You have a game this week. You have a game next week. Our watch party, of course, Jet fans, as maniacs, a T-squared for the game on the 16th against the Giants. Buy your ticket by clicking the link in the description. But you have that game, and then you have one more after that. Then there's like a 2.5 week almost gap until the actual regular season starts. We got 32 days from today until week 1. That's the thing. I don't know what Glenn's approach is because he's never been a head coach before, so it's all new for him. It's all new for us.
Yeah, as Glenn always says, I'm not Bill Parcells, I'm Aaron Glenn, but if you draw comparisons to Parcells took preseason seriously. I mean, he thought his philosophy was a win is a win, and winning in preseason is important. It's not crazy important, but it still means something. I'm kind of hoping personally that he has the same attitude, and that doesn't mean playing his guys the entire game, obviously, but I hope that's the case.
Signed Sauce Gardner giveaway at the end of the stream. So gift the channel membership for your chance to win that. We gave away a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey on the first show today. So shout out to the Asmaniacs for supporting these raffles, and we'll keep doing more and more as we get closer and closer to the start of another season. Maze Cornson. Government name, obviously. Just wanted to give $9.99. Also wanted to force everyone here to consider what a Beast Breaker / Charles Gorman love child might be. Probably a potato. No? Have you thought about this?
I was like,
well, now you have.
No, I have not. Can we change topics?
What would a love child of you and Gorman look like?
Whoa. Time out, Chico Ka. Are you blind or something?
No, I'm asking you a question. Answer my question.
I think it's pretty stupid.
Okay. That's a fair answer. Thank you. Thank you, Beast. At least we got the answer.
Look at this. JD Surf City. Do you know if the playbook is being spoon-fed or Jets throw the book at the O from day one? They have the entirety. They always have the entirety of everything from day one. That's how it works. But having it on paper, understanding it, seeing it is far different from rehearsing it. Let's put it that way. And you could see Glenn's thought process within these team sessions. It's plotted out. It's planned out. For instance, yesterday was one of the first times I saw them work on backed up situations at your own 1, at your own 2. So there, that gives you an idea. And as of late, there hasn't been much that I would use to suit Fields. That means running game, RPOs, zone reads. But that could just be a timing thing. They could just be at that point right now. So again, honestly, I am not concerned whatsoever. It's so early, and maybe it's the expectations. I don't see this offense having a dynamic passing attack in the technical sense, and I don't think it's going to be great. Their stats could wind up being great, but that's the only way that's going to happen, and it can happen, is if it's a product of the offense. If the offensive line is great, if they run the ball great, it works both ways. So look to the O-line. If the O-line is doing its thing, Membu and Fashanu are animals, and Braylon Allen and Brees Hall and Fields could run on the ground. If they're doing that, they're going to be fine.
Big fella, super chat, cuts the line. Robbie, any update on Byron Cowart?
No, not from what I've heard. And who would have thought it? I mean, coming into the year, Byron Cowart, kind of an afterthought, right?
He's the starter, though, it feels
yes, he's so critical right now because they need that guy next to Quinnen. Like, I know they got Nandi, but how productive can Nandi be right now? Tufele, and I know Tufele is the backup, the 3-tech backup to Quinnen. He could play with Quinnen, I guess, but you really want Cowart healthy.
Some super chats here. Let's get caught up. Rapid fire through some of these easy ones. Joe Chim says, please tell me Fields has thrown a touchdown during 11 on 11s. Yes. A lot of them.
All summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, come on, people.
Of course.
Fields has had good practices.
Yes.
The last 3 have been not great, but he's had moments where he looks like a legit quarterback, right?
Yes, for sure. 100%. Listen, and his arm is strong. He can make every throw on the field. There's no question. Sometimes there's too much steam on it. He's working on touch still. It hasn't been disastrous all summer. No question. I don't care about touchdowns, completions, attempts. I care about timing. This Engstrand offense is going to be about timing. And everyone has to be on the same time. That's why Garrett Wilson, the freelancing stuff Engstrand talked about to the media last week after one practice is so critical. If Fields is on time and he trusts his primary reads more, he could be so much more accurate. And fans could look and say, wow, that was a hell of a throw.
Man with a rake joins the Asmaniac raffle. We're giving away a signed Justin Fields jersey, or signed Sauce Gardner jersey at the end of the stream. Devin joins the raffle as well by gifting a membership. This super chat here is from Peter. Peter's been a channel member for 11 months, and he was at our meetup this past Saturday. Always good to see you, Peter. Do you think Will McDonald's back spasms will linger, or will it be a serious injury to look for? It didn't sound that serious when Glenn spoke about it. So, I mean, unless you heard something different, I don't think so.
Have not heard anything different. So I don't think so. And let me ask you this, Jake. What's your level of concern on the injuries right now?
Well, that's the risk when you have a physical training camp, right? Like, these things are going to happen. Like, that's the drawback of live periods in practice and tackling and all that. Look, Glenn didn't seem that concerned about Mason Taylor, but I don't like the fact that he's not there. Ruckard's out there, ball through his hands, interception. It gets charged to Fields. Like, their offense has not been that good the last couple of practices, and I don't think it's a coincidence that Mason Taylor hasn't practiced because he has a high ankle sprain.
That's fair. First, the injuries. Yeah, I think guys are going to get nicked up a little more if you're going physical, and that's certainly the case. I think it definitely helps on the back end, though. I think it definitely helps long term. Mason Taylor, good point. I know you talk about the weapons too, and sure, they are not stacked at receiver and tight end. There's no question about that. But again, it's say they were to bring in a Keenan Allen, right? How difficult is it to just throw him in as one of the guys? You got Keenan Allen, Lazard, Reynolds. I know in a perfect world, Lazard's gone, but I think signing a guy only makes sense if the guy is clearly head and shoulders above everyone else, because I think they intentionally want that rotation for specific skill sets. And also, the coverage is great. Michael Carter II is unbelievable. Sauce has been unbelievable. Stevens has been great. Cisco, his communication has been great. So there's definitely something to that. Fields has been up against it. So let's not wave that away completely.
Maze Cornson in the raffle for 2. Who had Zach Wilson, Justin Fields comps on their bingo card today? Frank Drebin, perhaps. Don't say Zach Wilson.
He stinks.
Hey, listen.
He stinks.
It's not the end of the world.
He stinks.
Those two are very similar.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
When did the Fields Wilson comps fall off the bingo card is my question.
When you stop making them. Gator with a super chat. Considering training camp started 16 days ago and there are 32 days before game 1, why doom and gloom? Fields is a pro and has done this before. Relax. How about that? A little positivity from Mr. McCluskey.
You
Robbie, I go real quick. I've said this on the show before. You were probably there last summer. Do you remember the joint practice against the Commies last year when Rodgers didn't even play because Salah kept them out in the rain?
Yeah, I sat by you for a little bit during that one.
The Jets kicked the crap out of them that day, and the Commanders went on to be one of the best teams in the league. Jaden Daniels, who looked like Zach Wilson that day, ended up having the greatest rookie quarterback season of all time, and the Jets sucked. So, like, it's early. People got to take a breath. I keep thinking about that because I was convinced the Jets were going to be great, and the Commanders are the worst team in the league, and we saw what happened.
Strategy, baby. Strategy.
Coaching matters.
Strategy. It's like, obviously I wasn't around. Well, I was a little kid. I wasn't born in 1948, people, despite the tremendous hair I have. Back in the 80s, there were few surprises. Like, we knew the powerhouses, the Giants, the Niners. If they lined up and practiced and scrimmaged in the summer, it would be very similar to what we saw in the regular season. These days, it's different because the rules, the physicality is so different. Physicality has decreased. Rules are so different. Points are up. It just makes everything so much more random. And when that's the case, I really feel like scheme and strategy and brain power, analytics and help, it really goes so far. And I think that's where the Jets, that example tells me the Jets have talent. They just didn't have the brain power.
Maze says, I absorb plenty of content from this channel. Enjoy. Maybe I'll win a jersey. Whoever Maze Corson is, I don't really understand the bit, but I like it. And you're in the raffle for 2 more. So congratulations. Big Jet checks in. Fields isn't a pocket passer, so let's get him on the move, play action, running plays, and just on the move, throwing the rock around. Well, I think that's their plan based on what I saw.
Yeah, they will. They will. The only fear and listen, basically, I'm just reporting that it's no coincidence that he struggled really badly when they're working on stuff that doesn't suit him the best. Does that make sense? That's one.
That's why it's called practice.
Yes. And number 2, I just hope Glenn isn't taking it to heart that he's promised Fields a certain thing and they're trying to shove it down the team's throat. I don't think that's the case. That is the thing that lingers in the back of my mind, but I don't think that's the case because knowing Glenn, how intent he was on wanting Fields, it's about a specific identity. It's Eagles, it's Baltimore, Buffalo to a certain degree. Allen's different now, but we forget with Dayball in the beginning, man, dude, he was as rushing a quarterback as there was, and he struggled scanning the field and progressing. And look at him now. So, I'd be shocked if Glenn is doing the wrong thing. I don't think he is.
David, Super Chat, cuts the line. He says, Robby, to what extent do you feel that the Jets are using more of a conventional offense now than you anticipate in the regular season to help get the Jets defense prepare for more of a conventional offense as they'll see?
Basically what I just discussed. I don't think it has anything to do with the defense. I think this is just the time in their plan in which they're moving on to different things. And I don't think it's a black and white change. I think it's just plotting it out. And I think Fields, it's a mixture of that, plotting it out, and Fields just being in his own head a little bit and maybe trying to do what he wants to. Maybe he's trying to improve too much. And by trying to improve too much and not trying to waste reps, he's not taking off and running and throwing on the run enough. He's not doing those naturally instinctive things we're going to see from him in the regular season. Does that make sense? He's kind of in a rut. He's overthinking, and he's trying to jam something else down the throats of the team instead of being himself.
I think that makes sense. Big Country, he won a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey on the show today, and he writes in, just tuned in. Any ideas when Jermaine Johnson will be practicing full-time? Would like to see him get some reps before the season. I hope he don't look like Rodgers when he came back.
It's so funny. Yeah, Achilles, dude. Achilles suck. It's always a year before they start to get back, and you got to play a year of a rehab season basically after an Achilles. But it's funny. Jermaine was working in the rehab area like he always does. This was Tuesday, I think. Might have been Monday. I don't know. And Quincy Williams is walking off the field. This is during practice. He must have been doing something, getting equipment or something real quick. And he looked up at the media and he looks at Jermaine, looks up at the media, and he goes, "Oh, that dude looks good. That dude looks good," smiling. And and hyping everyone up. So I think, if before I saw him this past week, I was worried that he might not start the season on the active 53. But based on what I've seen the last week, I think he's going to be good to go.
Peter Castro checks in. Robbie, is Lazard practicing? Peter, where's the $500 super chat to ask Robbie a question about Lazard? Why is Lazard still on this team, Robbie? I get, he blocked. He can't find anyone else. It's just, he's just there. He does nothing. He does absolutely nothing.
It's he's a blocker. And Glenn said it in his presser 2 days ago. Something stuck in his mind about Lazard that he liked when he was coaching in New Orleans.
Yeah, he had Aaron Rodgers throwing to him.
Correct. Listen, I wouldn't worry about Lazard. I know he fits into that category of stale category where it's like, we're just banging our heads against the wall, right? But he's going to start in the 11 personnel. It's him and Reynolds because they are the best blockers. And I think at the end of the year, by the time it's over, Arian Smith is going to have far more snaps than Lazard. So I wouldn't worry about it right now.
Are you definitively then encouraged about Arian Smith's progress so far? What have been your impressions 2 weeks into camp?
He's very fluid. His hips are a lot more fluid than I thought. I noticed that in OTAs, which means he could run the jet motion stuff. He could do a lot of that stuff. He could be the kick returner, punt returner. He's not just straight line vertical. And if he was just straight line vertical, hello, Stephen Hill, that's bad news. That's a track star. It's not a football player.
He stinks. You're going to give me Zach Wilson and Stephen Hill references this show?
Hey, Devin Smith.
Another one. He stinks. Elijah Moore. He stinks. Darius Stewart. He stinks.
Wayne Robertson.
Chad Hansen. He stinks. I was just naming receivers. You want to go all draft picks? I mean, how much time you got?
Roger Vick. Johnny Lamb Jones. He
stinks. Calvin Pryor. He stinks.
You're on a roll now.
He stinks. Zach Wilson one more time. He stinks.
Did we say Golston?
Oh, he stinks. Good one. I mean, I'll
Calvin Pryor. You already said Calvin Pryor.
Oh yeah, D. Milner. He stinks.
Oh, we're missing a big
Darren Lee. He stinks.
Kyle Brady.
Did we say Kyle Wilson?
He stinks.
Kyle Brady.
Yeah.
Although Kyle Brady, dude, he was the best blocking tight end in the league once Parcells got a hold of him. But yeah, still not worth a pick over Sapp. I like Arian Smith, and I think his potential in terms of route running, the hands I'm not worried about. He'll drop passes here and there. But
what do you think of Glenn being very sarcastic with the media when asked about Arian Smith the other day?
Hey, keep going, man. Just do it in a way where you up your players' confidence, and as long as you're upping your players' confidence and it feels more like family, I encourage it. Keep going. Go after me. I don't care. But Arian Smith, his route running can be very, very good. But what he has to work on is patience in the route running. He is so fast. He runs with hair on fire so crazily that the timing, sometimes I talk about timing with Fields being late. His timing is so fast. He gets to the spot too quickly. Certain routes, he has to plot it out and set it up and be deliberate in certain spots. And once the coaches get him to do that, he's going to be extremely dangerous.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning into the show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Read Robbie's work and the entire team over at JetX at jetsxfactor.com or download the mobile app. That's what I do. It's a great app, which is awesome if you're a diehard Jet fan. Reminder for those just tuning in, signed Sauce Gardner jersey. Will be raffling away at the end of the stream. Right now, I'm seeing we only have 13 members in the raffle. So let's get some memberships and give people a chance to win. Shout out to Frank P., who has 10 of those 13 gifted memberships so far. Big Country checks in. He won a Jermaine jersey, as I just said a little while ago on the first show today. I will have to call in tomorrow. Got to bring my daughter to football practice. I don't want to interrupt Robbie.
Dude, you can interrupt me anytime. Come on, come all.
Anytime?
Anytime.
Beast, what's going on, man?
¿Qué pasa?
Hey, turn the lights on.
Oh, this morning I was doing studies.
Studies.
That's why you watch that. That's why you watch it. That's why you watch me play.
You were
football.
playing video games. And what type of studies is that?
That's football right there.
No, you were playing video games.
No, that's called studying football.
No, you were playing a video game that came out in the 90s.
What 90s? What video game are you talking about? Bond?
Clearly, I was actually studying my shot to pay attention and learn more clearly.
Hey, Robby, make sure you congratulate Beast on winning the Person of the Year award.
Would you please?
Ass.
I am not Person of the Year. I made former 3-time Man of the Year, 2001, 2006, and 2007. Why? Because of the blood and the sweat and the tears and the determination. And I don't play Madden. I play ESPN. And
now ask him where he got the Man of the Year award from, Robby.
Where'd you get the Man of the Year from, Beast?
2001.
Who gave it to you? Not what years?
Oh, let's see. Certain coaches have given it to me because of the blood and the sweat and the tears.
Right.
And I'm not gonna. And I know I'm gonna turn this.
I found something I have that reminds me of Beast. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Come on. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
Nah, twice as sexy and twice as hot than anything you ever seen. Walk in the face of this earth.
Oh, look at me.
What game was he playing? I'm interested to. Not from the 90s.
To me, it looked like NFL Blitz, but I couldn't tell.
Oh, he's playing a football game? Interesting.
Peter Castro checks in with a $20 super chat. Fields will be fine, guaranteed. All right, Peter. So let's see. $500 minus 20. Where's the other $480? Is Fields going to be fine? Peter Castro thinks the Jets are going 11-6. He believes in Fields. He's one of the leaders of the Fields truthers out there. How bullish are you on Justin Fields and the Jets this season, Robby?
If the offensive line is dominant, Fields would be fine. Okay. If the offensive line is dominant and Fashanu and Membu, who we think they are, and Engstrand is one of the next, good to great young minds, offensive minds, yeah, Fields will be fine. I think Fields will have a chance to make Pro Bowls in his career. But this is a thing, going that direction with Glenn. It's a higher floor because you're running the ball more, less could go wrong, fewer turnovers. It's more conservative. It's shortening the game, lower ceiling. See, instead of having Rodgers and Brady call it at the line, you're really depending on your coaches. O-line. If the O-line is dominant and they can rush the ball, I think Fields will be fine. And I don't think we have to worry about his passing stats. Like if he throws, 2,800 yards, 29, even a little over 3,000, 18 touchdowns, that could be a tremendous season as long as the offensive line and Engstrand are legit. Let's put it that way.
To your calls we go on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Before we do that, reminder, this show, not that. That's not what I meant to show you. I meant to show you this. This show's available in podcast form on either Apple or Spotify. So spread the word. We are a podcast in addition to a live YouTube show wherever you get your podcast. And I'm going to go to this guy first because I was watching him react to Beast Breaker during that last call, and he looked disgusted. Now, the question I have for this caller is he more disgusted about what Beast was saying or his Mets right now? The Hamburger starts us off. What's up, Hamburger?
What's up, Jake? What's up, Robby?
What's up?
I'm pretty disgusted with the Mets right now. It's the Mets and the Yankees aren't making New York baseball very fun right now. That's for sure.
Hey, it's a far cry from New York football. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is. But listen, Robby, I take a lot of things that you say and your analysis on football pretty seriously. But I feel like reading you, I feel like you're not as confident as you're portraying. And I kind of feel the same way with it because we state a lot of the facts. Like if their line is good, we do have a lot of unproven young guys there. And it's an injury or two away from really being, a run first offense, period. And everybody knowing our scheme and stuffing up the box and kind of having the same things that we've had happen to us for the last 2 years. I mean, you make a perfect example with Zach Wilson. I mean, that's what we could look at it come middle of the season, which, it scares the hell out of me. I'm not that down on the Jets right now. I really want to see what happens in the beginning of the year. I think they're going to start off strong because of the physical practices. I think they're going to be ahead of a lot of teams physically to start, which will play in an advantage for them. I think that's my belief, but I don't know, man. I'm still having a tough time buying on what they're doing. I mean, the practices, yeah, like you said, they've been atrocious the last few days. And my neighbor went there with his family, and him and his wife came home, and they were disgusted on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
I never seen somebody so disgusted, and he's one of the most positive Jets fans that I've ever seen.
Well, when you say I don't think I'm as optimistic, what area specifically do you think?
I don't know. It's the way it's your tone. I'm pretty good at reading some people. It's I think that I feel the same way, as in like there's a lot of ifs with this team, like a lot of ifs.
Oh, dude, 400% for sure.
Yeah. It's a lot of ifs, and it's a lot of nuances. It's a lot of new coaching, new schemes, and you stated it before. Like there's two different offensive packages between Tyrod and Fields, and that to me that worries me too, because if there is an injury now, you know what I mean. Now you're switching your whole offensive scheme, which doesn't really benefit the team. We've seen that before. Guys don't know what to do, and it's not something that they run all the time. So if you're having two different packages for two different quarterbacks, that there's a good chance that there's one of them are going to get hurt at some point in the season.
It's not. It's a good point, but it's not completely different.
Okay.
Tyrod needs a tweaking for sure. But the reason why Tyrod still works as a backup, and Glenn even mentioned it, he can still move a little. And that's why Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez are here. And by the way, Brady Cook has sneakily been really, really good lately. And he's moved from afterthought to I got to see this guy a little. It's something there I could work with.
Is he the next Tony Romo from undrafted free agent quarterback to franchise QB for the Jets?
Cook 2 days ago ran a naked boot and bypassed the guy in the flat. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? Threw a dime on a rope on the run.
Yeah.
Jamal Pritchett right at the sideline, 22, 25 yards. It was there's something there that I want to see more of. And I think the Jets are at the same level where they don't want to lose him. But optimism, I think the physical camps will help them, but I kind of think they're going to start slow because the O-line will need time to gel. And that is their bread and butter. It's about the O-line. Maybe it's expectations. Maybe my expectations aren't as high as everyone else's. That is what you're reading.
I'm my expectations. I'm trying to keep them low this year. I'm trying not to get killed again. I'm trying not to be an emotional disaster halfway through the season.
You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. Come on.
I know. Oh, by the way, I'm in the studio for the first time for like the last year. I haven't been down here to be on the show at all.
Look at this guy. So, look at the home studios for the hamburger.
Look at the white beard too, man. I'm getting old.
So are the Mets going to win? Are the Mets going to win the division or what?
I believe they still will. I think that both teams between the Phillies and the Mets, that they're kind of the same right now. They're both losing. They're winning and losing at the same time. They're keeping that 1.5 game pace between the two.
I'm trying to get Jake to think about baseball, have him lose his mind.
Yeah.
Well, the Yankees need 3 outs here from Bednar. Otherwise,
he's got his right eye on it.
I got it on. Yeah.
I don't feel bad for Yankee fans too often. But the fact that the day after you guys traded for all 4 of those players, and that happened, I have never I had a little bit of I feel bad because I have some guys that I work with that are Yankee fans. Most of us are Met fans at my job. But I mean the look on their faces when I walked in, and I'm like, hey, and they were like, shut the fuck up, Rob. Don't say anything. You're like, just shut up. And I was like, listen, I feel bad. I'm like, but I told you guys, you picked up a bunch of middle of the road guys, and that one reliever you got, his ERA in Colorado was lower than on the road, which was I couldn't believe that when I seen it. That's an extreme rarity at that place.
Yeah.
So,
listen, you're the man.
Did you get my 5 what do you call it? Memberships? I put them in.
Did you gift 5 memberships?
I did.
When?
Probably about 5 minutes before I came on.
It didn't even come up for me. No, I didn't see it.
Okay, I will look and see if they popped in. Maybe it's because I was in between
Yeah. Check again, because I'm not seeing any memberships from you. But if you
Okay.
gifted 5, definitely check and make sure the payment process, because I'm not seeing it.
Okay, I'll check it. But listen, Robby, man, keep it up. Jake, I try to be on a little more. It's just tough for me to get on sometimes, but I will. I'll try to make myself seen a little bit more.
Hey, we'll be here.
It.
Hamburger, you're the man. Always good to hear from him.
Hamburger. There used to be a comedian back in the day, like early 90s, whose catchphrase was hamburger. I can't remember his name.
The hamburger. Well, I'll tell you what.
Hamburger.
If he gives 5, we'll put him in the raffle. All right, let's get to more of your calls right now. Let's say hello to a guy who called up the radio show today to talk a little New York Yankees. It's Clifton time.
Who's clapping? I clicked
What's
off.
up there? What's up there, fellas?
What's up?
Clifton.
So,
Now, are you this one who has the all-time tackling record for Jets history, or are you that one, the Asmaniac? Which one are you?
I'm the Asmaniac, the handsome one.
Okay.
So, I haven't looked at the score today, Jake, but they're leading, I guess.
They're 1 out away.
Okay.
David Bednar needs to get Corey Seager here, and the Yankees will actually do this thing called win a baseball game.
Look at that. Something else. I thought I was going to lapse into tears during my call to ESPN New York earlier. I think that Robby is taking the right tack with Fields. Keep expectations low. Let's just see him, roll him out there. He's already proven that he's better than Zach Wilson in game situations. He's proven it.
Well,
right?
let's keep it specific.
Okay.
Overall, yes.
Yes.
When you mix in his legs and that element, 100%. Yes.
And probably a system that wasn't taking his talents and maximizing them. Probably, right?
I'm always hesitant to answer that because I don't know. I haven't really dug into what the Bears did.
We're not following the Bears and the Steelers as closely, but I think it's fair to say, it might be a bit of a generalization, but let's just let him get out there. Let's let him get acclimated to this offense, and we're playing with house money here. People have these expectations we need to win now. We need to win now. We don't really need to win now that Sauce and Garrett are signed. We would like to win now. We want things to go well, right? There's urgency always because it's the NFL. It's a year-to-year league. But we also realize that this quarterback may not be the guy. I use the analogy of Lamar light, and I think Jake was saying Jalen Hurts light. That's like the ceiling, right? That's what we need for him to be our quarterback for the foreseeable future. There's no guarantee that any of these guys that are coming out next year will be any good either. Maybe we'll just take one of them anyway and have them compete against each other. But it's not unreasonable to think that we haven't seen the best football from Justin Fields yet. That's my only thing.
And he has improved year over year, stat wise, eye test wise. That is true.
I 100% agree with you. It just, my mind goes to, it's the passing stuff, the passing only stuff where he's struggling. It's not that I don't care. Obviously it's important. It matters, but it's so far down the road compared to everything else. His only chance of improving in that area is if everything else is buttoned up first. What Glenn did to go from Rodgers to Fields is to say, okay, instead of having my offense be 100% dependent on the quarterback, we're shifting the percentages. The quarterback percentage shoots way down in terms of importance, especially the passing offense. and we're going to rely on the O-line and coordinator. And I think that's the thing people have to really hone in on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee that Morgan Moses is going to be a good player anymore in New England, right? We might have moved off him right at the exact right time, and maybe Membu is the right tackle of the present. He's the guy who's. I already think Olu is that. I already think Olu is probably
looked good, man. He's looked good.
I think he's a top 8 left tackle in the league already.
Especially, where he's really looked good. Every time there's a zone right, a wide, even mid zone to the right, I see the back cut it early to the left and leave the entire offensive line and D line in the side view mirror, and that means Olu is pushing everybody on that anchor side, on the back side. So from that standpoint, he's really looked good, especially in the run game.
That's the stuff we got to seize on. Rooting for those guys. These seem like they're pretty good kids. The tackles, Mason Taylor.
Yeah, dude, it's about the O-line. It's about the O-line.
Let's see if we can't get some push. Let's see if we can't get people think and run, and then maybe we can make stuff happen in the passing game.
Well, also, Hamburger mentioned this too. He mentioned how I don't want it to be everyone in the box. Defenses are playing the Jets aggressively. They know they're going to run. Yes, it's going to be like that, but it's different from this standpoint. A traditional rushing attack like ground and pound Rex, or what we saw from LaFleur, is very different from one that has the element of an RPO zone read option.
Yeah, because you're +1, there's misdirect, right? Like
two completely different things. Right. Zone read option. Yes, you could have that strong safety come down in the box, but it brings an element of east-west where you can't be as aggressive. So in a lot of ways, that edge quarterback element is like the third phase of offense: rushing, passing, quarterback's legs, and they have 2 or 3 right now.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Kyle, excellent call. Shout out to Zach Tendler. He gifted a membership. He's in our Signed Sauce Gardner jersey raffle for 1. And the Hamburger, he figured out how to do it. He did, in fact, gift 5 channel memberships to enter the raffle.
It's the AsmanJake membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
If you got a membership from Hamburger, thank them. Right now, let's continue with a couple more of your calls before we say goodbye to Robby. Philly Noodles is on the line. He's up next. What's up, Philly?
What's up, gentlemen? How you doing?
Philly.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Can you hear me? Hey, what's up? I mean, I obviously it's glaring to see what's going on at camp with him, but it's like we keep reiterating, this wasn't a get to the playoff season. In our minds as fans, they could say everything they want, but when you go youth first and got rid of older players, you're making a statement. You're not expecting, like the Broncos didn't expect to make the playoffs last year. They did, everything worked out the way it did. But yeah, if Fields can, again, this is why I keep, every time I get on a call, I keep talking about the offensive quarterbacks coach that we took from Seattle, how much of he is an impact on his team. If he can make him a Geno Smith by year 2, year 3, year 2 with Justin Fields, then we won the gamble at paying, a cheaper price and not worrying about the draft right away. That's how I see it as, because that's what it is. They're trying to develop him. It's still a developmental process. Mm-hmm. Last year, him going 4-2 gave the promise for that anyway, no matter what. That's what I think. They're good. That's what I feel like they're basing this off of with Justin Fields. And I sounded crazy when I said you might as well take a chance at Dylan Gabriel when I said it, and not to say he's showing any greatness over there, but he's one of 5 quarterbacks they now have.
Yeah, that's insane. Who did they recently sign? Huntley?
Tyler Huntley, because they're all hurt.
I like Huntley myself, but
that's the problem. A bunch of them are banged up, so they needed another body.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, what are you guys' opinions on that? I think that that quarterbacks coach is the biggest unknown thing that we're not really paying attention to. If he can make him Geno by year 2, then we got something for a couple of years to hold us over if needed.
Yeah, him and what's his name, Charles London, something of this. Him and Engstrand and Hayden. I think that's the Triforce right there on offense.
Won. Thank God. Bednar, he's got big balls. David Bednar. Should have been in last night, Aaron Boone.
Major
5
league.
outs. Dude, he got squeezed on a strike 3 call, and they put a runner on. Next batter, base hit. So it's first and second, 2 outs, 3-2. And Bednar just got Adolis Garcia to strike out, and the Yankees' 5-game losing streak is finally over. God.
You have the audacity to say the word squeezed after saying big balls?
David Bednar, big balls. Love that man.
You ain't got no marbles, Jake.
God. They had not won since the trade deadline, and they were up 6-0 in that first game, that hamburger reference, and blew it. 6-0, 9-6, 12-10 loss, and had not won a game since. If they had lost today, they would have fallen out of a playoff spot. Think about that. So
wow, I didn't realize.
That's how bad, dude. This is a historic collapse that is happening here.
Yeah, I knew the collapse was terrible. I didn't realize they were. I thought they were still a couple games. Okay, from losing a playoff spot. Jeez, but there's still a quarter of the season left, right? We still got
2 months left, but you can't feel good about this team right now. We'll see.
No, not at all. And it's, I don't know. It's crazy. Baseball's. It has turned into. If I was Manfred, I'd go back to the old days. Give me 4 divisions, no interleague play, and just 4 teams make the playoffs. I don't know. I think baseball embracing their tradition and roots would be the best thing, because now the playoffs are a shit show. If you just get in, you could win it. It doesn't matter.
Part of it, but think about the Yankees having a 7-game lead at the end of May in the division and actually missing the playoffs in a league that's not great. The AL is not as good as the NL, and there's 3 wild card spots. You couldn't be one of them. That's on the table. Now, I think they'll be able to still make the playoffs. Their schedule the last 3 weeks of the year is a joke, but it's been brutal, dude. Terrible.
And that would set a precedent, because we're just now setting records, like a precedent for the large playoff years in baseball, basically.
Mike Dems in the raffle for 1. Thank you, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, Sauce Gardner signed jerseys, the giveaway at the end of the stream. 25 in the house. Hey, 25. I forget what you won recently, but good to see you back on the channel here. He's in for 2. Yanks seem to make everything hard recently. Hopefully the Jets are the opposite this year. Banking on the Jets to be our saviors. That is bold. 25. That is bold. I mean, I hope so, though. We're due. If there's a fan base that's due, it's the Jet fan base.
And a sport. I mean, New York football. It's like, Jesus. I mean, listen, I know baseball. New York will always be a baseball town. Jake, you being a radio veteran, ESPN, especially right now. This is the baseball sweet spot. Actually, July more so, because football before training camps open. But still, it's still the baseball sweet spot. I get it. Baseball will always be king. But, man, how much better would radio be if the Jets and Giants got back to something?
Oh, it'd be huge. I mean, especially the Jets, because it's been so long. The Giants at least had a playoff run, 2-3 years ago when they were 9-7-1. I mean, people talk about the Jets not making the playoffs since 2010. They haven't won more than 7 games in a decade. The 2015 year's the last time they won more than 7 with Fitz. It's insane.
Yep. Man, yep. And the guy who won 7 games is Adam Gase.
Clancy says, Jake was on a heater yesterday on the K Show. Good stuff. If you guys think my Jet rants are crazy, my monologue yesterday, and even today, I went off on Boone and Devin Williams. So I appreciate you listening, Clancy.
Does ESPN New York have a YouTube like WFAN does, putting up the
they don't.
segments? They don't.
They don't. I wish they did. I had Mike Tannenbaum on today too, by the way.
Odyssey. Is ESPN New York on Odyssey?
We are not. We are good karma brands.
I gotta find a way to check it out.
Michael K Show podcast. That's how you can listen.
Okay.
Let's see. You got time for one more call, Mr. Sabo?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to Humble Rise, who's next. What's up, Humble Rise?
Hey, just getting home. But can you hear me?
We hear you, Humble.
Oh, okay, perfect. Robby, so are the way that you had mentioned them not using plays that you think suit Fields, are they Fields? Like, are we like bank? Oh, we're going to develop Fields, but then they fumble it like the Jets fumble their quarterback.
I think it's just over the past 2 or 3 days they ventured into an area where they're working on stuff that can incorporate the stuff Fields is really great at. Like they're not working on the stuff that counters and extends certain things that he's great at, like RPOs and zone reads and what have you. I don't think it's going to be a common theme by any means.
Okay. So you think they're holding back that packages so that?
No, I think it's two things. I think
real quick, Humble, try and call back if you want, because your audio was going in and out, but I think we got the gist of your point.
Yeah, I think it's two things. I don't think they're holding it back per se. I think they're just trying to work on everything. They're trying to hit every nook and cranny of the scheme, number one. And number two, it's very difficult to say, okay, Fields, do your thing in practice, which means he's going to take off with the ball a lot, pull it a lot, and you can't hit him. So there's an old adage in football, if the quarterback scrambles, doesn't find anyone open or scrambles, or you're running a QB draw, that's a wasted rep for a lot of guys. You can't touch him. You can't do anything. You're not throwing to anyone. So it's a combination of both things. That's why I say it's very difficult to analyze Fields in practice. He's got that red jersey on. He's off limits. Even some of the completions he has wouldn't be completions in real games because he would have been sacked. He would have been touched. So we got to evaluate is the timing. Did he get it off in time? Did he do the right thing? So it's by nature in practice, it's tough. It's tough to run the Fields offense, one, and number two, you got to try to get to everything that you want to potentially incorporate.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Mr. Sabo, excellent job. And one more time, for everyone out there tuned in late, in the description, there is a link for you to support Robby Sabo's niece, Aria, who is up for the Youth Athlete of the Year award. The link to vote for Aria is in the description. In fact, I will post it again in the live chat for those watching live to make it easy. Robby supports us. Let's support his niece, Aria, and hopefully she wins the Athlete of the Year, Youth Athlete of the Year. It's an award through Sports Illustrated. There's a charity component for the V Foundation. So pretty cool. Robby, good luck to your niece.
Appreciate it, Jake, all the Asmaniacs. Back to Jets practice tomorrow, and off we go.
Early practice. We're back to the 8:30 start time. Let's go.
So early, and then, Giants next. Well, geez, Packers this weekend. I will not be going to Green Bay, which I'm kind of sad about because I wanted to get to Lambeau. But, I'm sure the Jets are happy. They're going to be hitting other guys not within their own locker room. That's for sure.
I think I'm going to go to the Jet joint practice on the one at the Giant facility. It's easier for me to get to.
MetLife?
At MetLife. You know what the problem is, actually? I don't know if I can, because are they you know what time they're doing that at? Because I'm doing the morning show with Rothenberg Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and those are the days of the practice.
I forget what time. So you're doing the morning show. I forget what time.
I'm off at 10. It might be too late to get out there already.
It might be after that, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do it in the afternoon. I'm only going to do one YouTube show on those days if I made it out there.
At the latest, I think it's one of those 12:45 one things. Could be 11. I'm not sure.
I will figure that out. Robby, you're the man. Keep up the great work. Looking forward to your coverage at camp tomorrow.
You got it.
Mr. Sabo, the great Robby Sabo with us there. Once again, weekly raffle prizes. Sign Aaron Glenn jersey. Sign Sauce Gardner jersey. Sign Jermaine Johnson jersey. If you want a black Sauce Gardner signed jersey, enter the raffle. I'll give that away at the end of the show. PSA for those who missed the announcement throughout the week. The first ever Gangrene Legends Cruise is setting sail on May 30th, 2026 through June 4th, 2026. We leave from New Jersey and we head to Bermuda. Join me and a bunch of Jet legends for the first ever Gangrene Legends Cruise. All the info is at thejetscruise.com. Thejetscruise.com. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss out on this. It's going to be an incredible experience. The following players are confirmed to be joining me: Kevin Mawai, Chris Ivory, Marty Lyons, Sean Ellis, Jericho Contry, Leon Washington, Bilal Powell. The following Jet YouTubers are joining me: Ryan from Jets Talk, Green Bean, Matt O'Leary, and Richie from Jets Media. And Fireman Ed is joining me on the trip as well. Thejetscruise.com for all the information on pricing, the itinerary, what we have planned with all the athletes. It is going to be epic. Start saving up now, people. Plus, I believe we do have finance plans available for anyone who's interested. It is a Royal Caribbean cruise we'll be on. So it's nice. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Thejetscruise.com. Start planning now, baby. All right, back to your calls we go. Let's say hello on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline to the one, the only, David T.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
Hello, David.
Hey, quick compliment to Robby. I just love how he can explain everything, that even a Jet fan like myself can comprehend, And real quick story, Sunday night, I'm bringing my dog home, going into my apartment, in my apartment complex, a young couple, when you have a dog, they all want to meet your dog. They don't care about you. But anyway, they introduced themselves. I had a Jet fan on, a Jet hat on, and they said, "Oh, yeah, Jets fan." Yeah, ever since I'm a kid. And they said, "Justin Fields." And I says, "Yeah." And they said, "We're from Chicago, and we really liked when they had Justin Fields, and they kind of focused on his running ability, but his attitude and toughness and everything, and so that made me feel good. So I said, 'So you're going to be a Jet fan this year?' And they said, 'Oh, absolutely. We miss Justin Fields.' So that made me feel good."
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope your positive vibes rub off on the Jets, David, because that'd be fantastic.
Oh, I hope so too. I just, and I'm just wondering, real quick, Robby, has said about the offensive line and the offensive coordinator. Can they make Justin a better player? I mean, and really, he's got a lot of pressure on him, but maybe he should take Coach Cho's attitude and chill a little bit and do on the job training.
Does anyone chill like Coach Cho?
No, he is terrific. And you know what? And your callers are calling in like PBM and a couple other ones. And Jake says, "How you doing?" "I'm chilling."
Hey, David, Tom Ace wants to know if your dog loves his daddy.
I believe he does. He is. Yeah, he just turned 13.
Wow.
And he shows no signs of slowing down. And I believe I treat him pretty good, and I think he loves me.
David, you're the man, and we love you.
I got my eye on you. Checkmate me full screen. It's fireball whiskey time. David motherfucking T.
Gator says, "I think Big Cho might need an intro."
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Big Cho. Jake.
Big Cho.
What you doing, man?
I'm chilling.
You know what? I'm chilling, man. Shout out to David T, man. Love that guy.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. I appreciate him shouting me out.
What's new, Big Cho? What do you got for us?
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank you for emailing me back.
Yeah, hopefully that info was helpful for you.
It was way over my head, to be honest with you, Jake. I hope Shania can pick it up. I just don't know a lot about technology, so when he started saying connect this and that and A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, it just blew my mind.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's not as hard as you think it is. I think you'll be able to figure it out. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be able to, when we do a live show, to be able to get callers in and stuff like that.
Hey, Georgie just wrote in, when's your next boring show, Coach Chump? Uh-oh, he's back with a vengeance.
Oh, Georgie. I think we're going to either do it tomorrow night or Friday. But don't listen to it then, Georgie. You don't have to listen to it, man. I could care less if you listen to it, to be honest.
JD writes in, Joe, just stick to chilling. You perfected chilling.
I got it. Is Georgie gonna be at the meetup?
I think Georgie's coming with Nick Shine to pick you up from the airport.
Good. Let him call me a chump then.
Yeah. Watch him not say it to your face.
He won't. I guarantee that. It'd be a big ruckus in the airport. Hey, I'm still waiting on my Asmaniac hat, man. Did you send it?
Your Asmaniac hat.
Yeah, you said you were going to send me a hat.
What type of hat was it? I know you got the Garrett Wilson jersey I sent you, but what hat did you need to get? I got to check to see if I ordered it or not.
No, I didn't ask for one. You just said, do I have a Jets hat? I just have like these beanie hats, like the skull hat and the one that's got the thing on top, but I don't have like a baseball hat. You asked me if I had like a baseball Jets hat or do I wear hats like that? And I said, I don't really wear them. And you said, well, I'm going to need to send you one so you can wear it on your show when you go live.
Yeah, and then you said that your show wasn't on camera, so I don't think I ever ordered it after that.
Okay. Well, Shania's going to ECU on Friday to start her master's degree in communications. So we won't be able to meet like we've been meeting now. We're meeting tomorrow morning, but after that, our shows are probably going to have to be live.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you figure out how to go live, Big Show, there'll be an Asmaniac hat we'll send your way.
That'll work. I'll wear it for you.
25 says, sounds like you're looking for handouts, Cho.
Nah, man, you brought it up. I didn't.
Daz says, one thing about Georgie is he never calls in begging for hats.
Jake, will you tell the listeners that you brought it up and I didn't?
I think you just told the listeners yourself.
Okay. Because I'm not really a baseball cap kind of guy, but I would wear one in honor of you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not begging for anything. I don't need to beg for anything. I got so much gear here, it'll blow people's minds. I don't need to beg for nothing.
Yo Holmes says, Coach Cho has charisma for days.
Charisma for what?
Charisma for days.
Oh, yeah. I got a little charm in me.
Dave Brigga says, we don't care, Cho.
We don't care, Cho. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Well, hopefully people will listen to the show when we drop it either tomorrow night or Friday. I think she's going to put it on some different platforms like Spotify and some other places.
Rich writes in, has Coach Cho had media training?
Now, you know, I was on the show down here in Charlotte for 3 years, but I was basically a speaker. You know, I didn't have to deal with a lot of the technology side of it. We had people to do that. I just showed up and talked, to be honest with you. Sometimes I was behind the scenes doing the music and stuff like that, but I was mostly the third mic and producer of the show that would get guests on.
Hey, Big Cho, do you still have a whistle nearby?
No, I'd have to go get it.
Go get a whistle, because let's see who blows the whistle better, you or Aaron Glenn.
All right, you gonna make me get up and do it?
Absolutely.
All right, hold on.
Joe, where'd you go? I can't see you. Joe.
You want me to walk and do it?
Yes, absolutely.
I put my phone down on my blanket.
Take us with you, Big Joe.
All right, hold on. Hold up. Here's my cadaver bag. All right, I got it. Jake.
Joe.
I got it.
All right, blow the whistle, Joe.
All right, hold on.
All right, here we go. Big Joe or Aaron Glenn? What do you think, Big Joe?
I think mine's louder.
Do you think you have what it takes to be great?
Oh, I already know that. I've been coaching for years, man.
Peter Casher wants to know, do you coach from the chair?
What chair?
I think the chair you were just sitting in, I believe.
Oh, like the recliner? No, I can't take my recliner out. Nope. The only time we sit is during game time. We sit on the bench.
Jake writes in, Joe, you got to be a little more mobile. The more you lay stiff, the worse your body will feel. I broke my back in 3 places and my neck in 2 places. You got to move around.
No, I do. I rest up, and then other times I'm moving around. I'm pretty.
Georgie's back at it, Big Joe. He says, Joe blows just like his show does.
Wow. What is? Do you know him?
I don't know what you did to piss him off.
But do you know him?
I know all 41, almost 42,000 of my subscribers.
I would take that as being sarcastic.
That would be correct, yes.
So it's not like you don't know him like you kind of know me, right?
I don't know Georgie. I don't even know if that's his real name.
I wonder why he's hating so much.
Hey, if you have no haters, you ain't popping.
You got haters?
Oh, tons.
Like who?
Name someone. They're out there.
I don't know. The only trolls I can think of on this show is what is it, Alan? Is he a troll? And 6 Rings?
6 Rings.
Is he really a troll though? Or does he just like the Patriots?
I think he's a troll.
Okay. He
Dave
hate on.
Brigga says, Big Joe, you're really insightful.
That's about the only haters I know on the show, to be honest with you. Most of it, you got full support, I believe. You got my support.
Kikuchi says, I was watching the show with my girl, and now she wants Joe. Joe, your thoughts on apparently ladies being very intrigued by the Big Joe?
Nothing new. Nothing new, my man.
Big Joe. Do they call you ladies, man?
I've been known as a player back in my day.
Did you have the nickname Mr. Steal Yo Girl?
Mr. Steal Yo Girl. Who said that?
I'm just asking. That's the rumor about you.
Nah, man. You know, it is what it is.
Would you make sweet love to Kikuchi's girl?
Who's Kikuchi?
He's the guy that wrote in that he was watching the show with his girl, and now she wants you.
How's he look?
I don't know.
I only go with them if they're fine. I used to date models and stuff back in the day. I date them when they're fine. You know what I'm saying?
Models? What type of models?
Like Victoria's Secret models, just lingerie models. Back when I was at Florida State.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Volleyball.
You have any photos of you guys all together?
Nah, man. I probably got some in my stores that I've got packed way away in a storage bin that I run out. But no, I don't have access to it.
We need some photos, Big Show. We have to see you with the lovely ladies.
Man, I probably got rid of all those when I got married.
Yeah, but now you're divorced.
Yeah, but if you get rid of them, there's no getting them back, Jake.
You have no physical photos of these lovely ladies?
No, not a lot. I got rid of them when I got married.
Wow. What a missed
Yep.
opportunity.
Yep.
What do you say to those who don't believe you in the chat right now, Big Joe, who are questioning things?
Say what now?
There's a lot of people in the chat saying this is a lot like when you were growing up and your friend would tell you, oh, yeah, I have a girlfriend. She goes to the other high school.
Oh, really? Now, that's up to them. They can believe whatever they want. I never had trouble with the ladies back in my day. So
25 says, I'm calling Big Cap on Big Joe.
Big cap, what's that mean?
Have you heard the term that's cap, bro?
The what? What is it again? Say it again.
He's basically saying he doesn't believe you.
That's on him.
Hey, Georgie writes in, how much did you pay those models to be with you?
That would be $0. I don't pay attention to Georgie. I'm sure he's not a ladies' man.
You don't think Georgie gets ass?
No, not if he's too busy trolling on me. He should take his attention to the ladies, not talking about me being a chump.
I think Georgie's a virgin.
Is that the over under?
That's just my feel.
I think you might be right. He's too busy hating on guys, man, worrying about what we're doing instead of concentrating on the girls.
Jake West says, Cho speaking facts. Amen, Jake West.
Yeah, I mean, he's too busy hating on the guys, worrying about guys. He should be putting his attention to the girls.
Peter Castro writes in, do you have a young pic of yourself, Joe?
Yeah, hold on.
Joe's on the move, folks. Hit the music.
Here's this little picture thing I have up in the kitchen. Can you see it?
Oh, we see it. That's a handsome man right there, Big Joe.
That's him, and then that's when I graduated from the Marine Corps.
Great photo.
And this was about 21 years ago with my daughter.
We can't really see it. Can you give us a better angle?
Is that better?
A little more to the right. Oh, yeah. No, that's a great photo. That's a handsome man right there.
Appreciate it.
Now it all makes sense, people. Big Joe's with models. It's Big Joe.
And this is my ex-wife, and when I had cancer when I was bald, we were in Cancun.
You look good. Some people don't look good bald. You do, Big Joe.
Appreciate that. Here's a photo of my parents. God rest their soul. That was back in the 70s.
Hey, Rich wrote in congrats on the sex, by the way.
Appreciate it. And here's the picture of my cousins on my mom's side.
Dave Brigger writes, and I heard someone refer to Big Joe as having aura similar to JFK Jr. in his prime.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never had trouble with the ladies. You got to treat them right. You know, you can't. You got to treat people right. You can't.
25 writes in. Cho was a handsome man. No diddy.
Yeah, I'm getting older now, though. Like I said, I'll be. Whoa! Drop the phone. Sorry
okay,
about.
Big Cho?
Yeah, I just dropped the phone.
Hey, Beastbreaker wrote in that Big Cho's the man.
Beastbreaker's the man. I love Beastbreaker.
That's a 3-time man of the year right there.
Can you get Beast on with me?
Oh, absolutely. Beast, what do you have to say for yourself?
Big Cho, you still having problems with the back?
Yeah, you know what? I got some shots yesterday morning. My back, I feel a lot better.
Ooh. Okay, what did the doctors tell you?
Well, I was having trouble on both sides with my sciatica, having pain shooting down my legs. So they gave me some shots. I had a little sedation, so I didn't even feel them.
My grandfather had the same problem. He had surgery done for that, and man, I'll tell you, that's not a fun time. So it runs in the family as well. So we're both on the same boat. So don't worry, we're all getting old. So don't worry. Think of it this way: in 100 years, when they find us, they'll think of us as old dinosaurs, but we'll be legendary dinosaurs.
That's right. Hey, I know I asked you this before. Are you coming to the meetup with the in October?
Let me look at my budget first, and I will get back to you. But if not, I will be there in one word:
Spirit. Love to meet you.
Always remember, use this, not the other way around. And take good care of yourself. And I would highly recommend get some ice packs for the back. Like generally put it on the back and let that sit. Like do it like this. Put the ice pack on the back. Sit back for at least 15 minutes. Let that sink in there, and then get in there and then knock out all the pain. But once you get that that perfect circulation in your body, you'll be okay. Just get at least 3 or 4 ice packs, put them in the freezer for about 12 hours, but use one a day. One, not 3, just one a day.
Got it. Thanks, Doc.
Hey, take care of yourself there, Chief, and don't overdo yourself, all right? Abracadabra.
Beast is the man.
We covered a lot of ground today, Big Cho.
Yeah, I like Beast, man. I'd like to meet him.
Hopefully he comes to the Carolina game. I think Nick Shine would love to pick him up from the airport as well.
Hey, now, where does Beast live?
He lives in Illinois, inside the Global Studio headquarters.
Oh, he's from Illinois?
I don't know if he's from there, but he lives there currently.
Oh, I see. So is it official? Is like Nick gonna pick me up?
He's picking you up with the stretch limo.
All right, so when I get off the plane, I'm gonna have a ride, right?
You get off the plane, you look for the guy in the suit with the sign that says Big Cho.
All right, I'm gonna hold that to you.
Well, hold it to Nick Shine.
Why can't I hold it to you? You're setting it up.
Well, I mean, Nick Shine is a man of integrity, so I'm expecting him to be there.
Yeah. Hey, I tried to call you on Monday on the show, but I never got through. I was on hold for an hour, and then the show ended. And I was on hold for like 5 minutes after 3, so I figured they were gonna let me talk to the other people, but they just cut me off.
I'll tell you what, Big Cho, I'm on tomorrow from 1 to 3. If you call in, I will instruct my producers to let me know immediately when you're on hold, and I'll try to get to you as quickly as I can.
That sounds good. I was going to ask you if there was any juicy position battles going on at Jets camp.
You know a thing or two about positions.
About the depth chart, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I didn't know if you had any good races going as far as guys competing.
Hey, Gator wrote in, Nick Shine will have beverages and weed in the car for your comfort needs. That I didn't know. Gator's breaking news to me about that.
No, I don't mess with drugs and alcohol. Jake. I might have the occasional beverage, but that's a rare occasion.
Should Nick Shine show up with a bottle of champagne for you, Big Joe?
Nah, man. I'm not like that. Just some water would be good.
All right. Well, any particular water brand you prefer? You're a Poland Spring guy? You like Fiji?
Nah, whatever.
Aquafina?
Whatever he's got, man. I'm not picky.
Georgie writes in, you won't make it through the airport, chump, after I get through with you.
Wow. Man, he's what do they say, barking up the wrong tree?
Get his ass, Big Joe, all right?
The things I have to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Joe. All right. Now that is what we call an all-time call from Coach Joe. For those tuning in late, Robby Sabo was on for the first hour, and I have a signed Sauce Gardner jersey that I want to give away. But right now, we only have 20 members that have been added. We need at least 10 more, and we will raffle away that Sauce jersey at the end of the stream. I think we'll get there, but if we don't, it will be raffled away on the first stream tomorrow. So, gift the membership if you haven't, and get yourself in the Asmaniac raffle. Let's get to more of your calls here before we say farewell. On the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than
Purple Belt Mike. He loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike. It might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Yo,
Hello, Mike.
I have a second person that I helped with getting hacked.
Did you end up helping O'Leary?
I did. I just was talking to him. I was actually on your calling into you, and then he wound up calling me, so I was helping him through it.
Yeah, you messaged me when I was on the radio. I just realized I forgot to respond to you.
That's all right. He got my info somehow, so I don't know if you forwarded it to him or whatever, but
Someone did.
yeah,
It wasn't me, but that's awesome.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay, yeah, I feel bad for him, man. It sucks, but based on his situation, he should be up and running by the next day or two. So
That's
not,
good.
Not
Yeah,
too bad.
I changed all my passwords today because if that happened to him, I was worried about my channel.
All right, so PSA to everybody: make sure your passwords are 12 characters or more, and not an easy to guess password. So something like summer 2025 exclamation point, or like password 1234.
Excuse me, my wallet.
Oh my!
Explaining to Matt how it works is it's called password spraying. So when there's an open port or whatever on the internet, and the people run through a program, the most commonly used passwords, and then they play video games for like 4 hours, and then after that, they look at the screen and they find out what accounts they got into. That's the password spray way. And the other way is social engineering, which this is what happened to Matt. So he thought that someone on Twitter was like a real sponsorship opportunity, and then he clicked a link, and then it downloaded something onto his computer with an executable, and it got into his account that way. So
that sucks. Hey, real quick, Mike. Breaking news here. I just gifted a membership, so now we only need 9 more till we get to 30. And I can't think of a better listener to get a membership from me than listener Bobby Balls, who just received a gifted membership. So congratulations to Bobby Balls on the honor there. And in honor of Bobby Balls receiving the membership, I'll play this.
These nuts.
PBW loved her number 4 ranking. So you want to say hi?
PBW.
How about?
Look at her. There she is, the real star of the family.
There it is. Yeah. So she thought it was funny. That was cool.
Mike, keep up the great work.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, PBM and PBW.
Purple belt wife, she's the dark knight. She has a lazy husband who forgets to clean potatoes. Maybe someday she'll get some help, but for now she's just a purple belt wife. Purple belt wife, she might not be purple, but she can kick her husband's ass.
All right. Hit the like button. I just gifted a membership. Black Gypsy, 8 away from 30. That's the line of demarcation that we need to guarantee this raffle. If not, we'll do it on the first show tomorrow, but I think we're going to get there. We're only 8 away. I'll gift a couple more if we don't hit it. Black Gypsy, your gifted membership went to Frankie Serrano. So not everyone has the honor and privilege of gifting someone named Bobby Balls a channel membership, but I did. Not you, Black Gypsy. Hey, speaking of balls, Beast, what's going on, man?
You know what time it is?
What time?
It's Starburst time.
I thought you were on a diet.
I'm feeling good. Oh, today's a good day. Come on. Be a Mr. Rogers fan. Yeah, I'll go, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for beauty. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a beautiful day in this beauty wood, a beautiful day for beauty. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I have always wanted a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, you might as well say, couldn't you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Hello, neighbor. Yeah, that's a little Mr. Rogers for you. If for all you old schoolers who don't know who Mr. Rogers was, yeah, he was the kind of guy, not normal. At least he did something with his life. But we're gonna be good come August 9th. Packers, get ready for the super kick ride of your life because you're gonna see these words: BTE. That's what you're gonna see. BTE. You know what that stands for? Being the elite. Because we are the elite. The Jets are the elite. We're the power. We're the glory. We're the sexiness. And you guys, just chumps. You're not worthy of us. And I'm sorry, the hairdo's wrong. My hairdo is 10 times sexy. And unfortunately, don't worry. Coming soon, we're going to be ready. Get ready for the ride. Just remember these words. And you can take that picture and shove it up your ass because I ain't buying that one either. Now, let's go to another caller or get the raffle going because we got 15 minutes left. Until then, till next time, catch you later. Woo! Another caller.
Hi, Jake. Can you hear me?
David T, how's it going?
Hi, Papa Jet.
Hey, nice
Hey,
meeting you.
nice meeting you. Hey, I want to commend you on you were on a little while back talking about your health issues.
Yeah.
And I had gone through the same thing. And it's all about caring about people and trying to get us to live a little bit longer in life, right?
Yeah, like I said, I was going to keep it quiet, but I mean, early detection's everything with that, So
Yeah. No, I don't keep mine quiet. I'm not embarrassed about it. And if you get the information out there, maybe if you can touch one person, it's a great thing.
Yeah, well, part of me is I didn't want anybody treating me different or looking at me different. You get that when you hear the C word, it kind of takes you for a loop, But
Yeah, for sure.
But at the end of the day, it's early detection on a lot of cancers,
Yes.
So
Yes. Yeah. And in our case, I had the prostate cancer, and fortunately, it was in the early stages. But I'm as a matter of fact, a friend of mine, his wife's cousin. It's in the later stages into other organs, and
yeah.
Well, that's not a good thing. But anyway,
No.
this is a Jets show, and I just wanted to give you a compliment.
Well, hey, I compliment you too. Probably the nicest guy on here, so God bless you, man.
You both are the nicest people on here. That's why I wanted you two to meet. If we do an Azzy next year for the nicest Asmaniacs, you two are the top of the list of the nominees. You guys are both incredible.
Well,
David
Papa
T-
Jet, you know what, Jake? Papa Jet deserves it. You guys give me a little too much credit,
I don't think so.
You guys are both awesome. So I'm glad that we had the meeting of the minds with Papa and David T there. Love that. And I was waiting to see if the chat would figure out what I was doing, and obviously the chat did because you guys are the best. Immediately, everyone's talking about how these are the two nicest people, the Asmaniac gentlemen. Love that. Also, shout out to Dylan Terraman. I just posted the link for his channel to subscribe to. Dylan, how many subs are we at now? We had 1,000 yet? We're coming close. Hit over 600 yesterday. Dylan just gifted 5 memberships. He joins the raffle. And let's see. Green Grim got 1. Jeffrey Mann, Raymond, Kalita, Jay, and Anthony L. All just received a channel membership from Dylan. And since I get to choose a video when someone gifts 5 memberships, I'm going to choose this.
Yes, please. Are we ready for the 9th? Yes, we are. 16th, we're going to be ready. 23rd.
Nobody gives a shit.
Beast, thank you. All right, last chance to actually get in this raffle, though. Actually, we're at 27. If I hit 30, then we'll do it. 27. We need 3 more memberships. Also, it feels like Big Cho and Georgie are taking their feud to the chat right now. Big Cho just wrote to Georgie, "Why don't you call Georgie? You scared?" Georgie wrote in, "These are true great callers, not like Big Chump." And Beast, now writing from his burner account, says, "I don't wear sandals, you idiots. You all need a reality check and a kick in the ass. I have had it, Yeti. You want to fight, asshole? Come on and get it." Beast, can you elaborate?
Yeah, you know what I mean by you want to fight? Come on and get it. In the cage with me right now. I ain't
You don't
going
leave the
anywhere.
attic. You don't leave the attic. Where are you going?
It's in the cage.
Where's the cage?
In the confines of a steel cage.
Your guinea pig's cage?
No. There's an actual cage around. Oh, there's
Where? Show us the cage.
right by Curie High School. 15 feet high. With a door. No mercy.
That's where Bobby Beasley went, right?
He's dead.
He's dead?
He's dead.
He's
dead.
alive.
No, he's not. He's dead. Non-existent.
Bobby Beasley's alive. I was just talking to him the other day on the phone.
Who gives a shit?
Oh, okay.
Who gives a shit? He's dead.
Hey, is this photo, by the way, real of you and Harry Potter at Hogwarts? I couldn't tell.
Are you going to bring that shit? I'm sorry, this is fake crap. I'm sorry, I don't wear junk like that. I wear pants with a chain. I wear heavy metal shirts. I wear a vest. I got a nice leather jacket. My hair slicked back. My American flag bandana. I'm the American badass. Let's get that fact straight. Get it correct, or if you can't get it correct, off the train. Off the train. I'm not a player. Just remember that. Don't hate the game, hate the player. Can't stand the heat, get out of my kitchen. Now move along to the next caller before I start doing something a little more drastic. Have a great day.
I'm getting another call. I'll be right back.
Oh, thank you. Well, since it's a good day and I'm already yelling and screaming my balls off, that's fine with me. Let's see. Anybody remember? Okay, who remembers this guy right here? Come on. Let's see who remembers him. Who remembers him? Anybody remember him? In Japan, he's also known as Keiji Muto, but here in America, we call him the Great Muta. You know
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. Well, people need to give a shit because I grew up with legends, and I'm gonna.
Nobody gives a shit.
Well, thank you. So, are we ready or what?
Nobody gives a shit.
So who's watching AEW tonight on
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, Phil, thank you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the great day. Now,
Fuck you, Alan.
Now, let's get ready.
Fuck you, Alan.
Let's go to the Wheel of Champions. Get ready for it.
Nobody gives a shit.
Thank you very much. Indeed. Now, no more questions, no more tricks, no more answers, no more nothing.
Look at me.
I find that a little offensive in my pocket. I don't find any humor in that at all.
Bimbo boomy, bimbo bimbo boomo ba, bimbo ba, bimbo ba, bimbo boomy, bimbo bimbo boomo ba.
Beast, that's terrible to do that. Why are you
No,
getting so angry?
playtime is over. Showtime is now.
Okay, we'll
Either
show it
put up-
then. Let's see what you got. Showtime.
Hey, my T-shirt will be coming soon. There will be a saying in the back. Either you put up or you shut up.
What do we
Either
got to
get on the
put
train or
up?
get off the train.
What do we got to put up, Beast?
Truth and facts. I play a hard bargain, but when it comes down to getting down and dirty, I will get down. I will get dirty. I don't like to be. I don't like to be the spilt milk on the counter. But when it comes to getting down to facts, I like to spit the facts. I don't like playing underhanded, and I don't cheat the dealer off the table. See, I'm a man who likes to put. I like to play my hand on the table.
I'll
play
get
hard.
you a wrestling match if you want it. You want a wrestling match? If you want it, I'll get you one.
We'll see what happens first. We'll see what happens first. Now, I'm not going to answer that question. Never will. No. You guys can't handle the heat. You can't handle me. You'll never handle me. You know why? I'm too big. I'm too smart. I'm too technical. Way too educated. And you all on here are a bunch of underrated, uneducated, low-life sacks of doggy manure. And you couldn't even pile a bag of manure onto a good pile of a good garden. You couldn't do that. Until you can get some balls, go back to school and get an education, if you can find it. No, I got better things. I got better things to do than dick around with a bunch of monkeys on steroids. And I don't play with steroids, by the way. Steroids ruins a man. Take a look at Lex Luger. He was in a wheelchair for a while. Yeah, he was. DDP helped him back up. And this is a bunch of bullshit. I will not listen to this crap. I am an old schooler, and I will remain an old schooler. And you know what? Just because I'm a legend, you ain't gonna treat me like this. I don't think so. Party's over. And no, you're all gonna get used to the fact that playtime's over. It's time to start getting serious, and it's time to get down and dirty. And whoever puts this picture up, whoever the asshole is, you are going to be confronted, and I'm gonna yank your nuts, and I'm gonna break whatever manure you had left, and then make sure you are spitting blood from your teeth. And look like a man, you're all gonna learn the old-fashioned way. I don't smoke cigarettes, for your information. I smoke weed. I live for ganja. If y'all can't stand the truth and stand the heat, like Harry Truman once said, if you can't stand the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen. You're Harry Potter this, you're Harry Potter that. I wipe my monkey's ass when you think of that. And I do. I wipe my ass when you think. Just because I buy.
Beast, how did you get on that picture there? Explain this. What does 3,000
Kiss my
mean?
ass. Kiss my ass.
Look at that. What are you holding there? That looks like you should be holding that gerbil there in your hand.
STFU.
How did you get that? Hey, those pictures aren't.
Are you some kind of a fruitcake? Or are you some kind of a?
It says
fun
Beast Baby right there. I didn't make that Beast.
I really don't give a shit. It looks fucking fake.
It doesn't look fake to me. Look at that
It looks
6
fake
right there.
it
That's
looks
your
fake in
number.
my eyes because I don't believe in none of this bullshit from a mile away. It's a bunch of trash.
Look at.
I hated
look
this
at-
shit. I hated this shit in high school. I hated it now, and I'm gonna continue to hate it until the day I'm dead. You either
Why,
gonna grow
Beast?
or move. I don't give a shit.
Hey, Beast, I think there's a great song out there for you. It's called "Bark at the Moon" from Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. How about?
I think that's your theme
Motorhead's
song.
Born to Raise Hell.
No, your theme song is "Bark at the
Mine
Moon"
is
from
Motorhead's Born to Raise
Ozzy
Hell
Osbourne.
with the original with the singer from Ice-T. And you know who Ice-T is? Yeah, that's right. From a band that nobody knows nothing about.
Body Count.
Yeah, that's
Body
right.
Count. Yeah, nobody knows it, but
you can't stand it, you
I
can't
knew
take
it.
it. I already got
Somehow I
most of
knew
what
the
you
band
said
you
on
were
that
speaking
roster.
of.
You could look at those numbers. My numbers
For
are
as
way-
long as I can remember. Ever since I was a little boy, it was my dream to go to Hogwarts. People always told me, Beast, you're not a wizard, you don't know magic. But I said, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway.
All right, I'm back. It sounds like when I was gone, want to talk about Hogwarts again? I thought B said he didn't go there. All right, hey, shout out to Craig. When I was away, he gifted 10 channel membership. Yeah, baby. Out to Craig. I got my boomerang right here. Craig, we will see you soon. You made TV. K Suave. Beast went to Hogwarts. Devin Dobris, Justin Sports, AI Ibrahim, Debor, Confessor LeBron, and Skillet McGee. Channel members. Well done. We are going to do the raffle coming up. We're at 38 memberships to the show. Our committee chair, Boomtown, gifted a membership. How about this? The Asmaniac monthly rankings, the top 10 for July, they're out. Gator made a masterpiece, an edited video of the top 10. It's a members-only video. I will release the full top 10 on one of the live shows tomorrow, but members only. You get it first if you're a channel member. It's 17 minutes long, this masterpiece from Gator. Plus, I have all the stats for the month of July, inside, outside for the Clifton game, the call logs. I'll give you guys a little spoiler. I want some notes for the month of July from the committee chairman himself. Notes from July. There were a total of 339 predictions in the Kyle Clifton inside and outside predictor. Asmaniac prediction percentage actually went down to 56.6% from 57.9%. We need to step up. The top predictors in July, minimum of 5 predictions. Jets Johnny 6-1, Stack 6-2, Indy Jets 5-2, Boomtown 17-7, Dylan Terriman 9-4. I took 448 calls in the month of July. Beast led the way with 38 calls, followed by Kyle Clifton with 30, Purple Belt Mike with 25, David T 19, Gary 18. Of the 13 calls that Charleston Jets Rube made in July, he was clothed in 2 of them and naked in 11. These are the stats that matter in our monthly rankings. All right, one last call before we get to the raffle. Papa Jet, I know you were on briefly before, but I'm sure you have an actual point, so go ahead, Papa.
Hey, Jake, you got me right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is kind of a question from left field, but the only reason why I'm asking it is because it still pisses me off when I think about it. Do you think the Jets will ever go back to New York?
Never. Not in my lifetime.
Yeah, even though they're at Shea and, you had a dirt field, and it was still home. It was home field advantage. I don't know. It's been years and years, and I just don't, to me, it just don't feel like home field advantage when, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too sensitive about it, but I don't know. And living in Western New York too, I can't tell you how many times I hear it every year. By Buffalo fans, we're the only New York team. And I don't know, it pisses me off, But hey, just to let you know too, I got my I got the 4 tickets for the 19th.
I saw you did. You're locked in, so I look forward to having you at the group buy, Papa.
Yeah, I didn't know if it didn't say nothing about the field pass, but I'm fine with that.
You had the field pass. You're good. You're good for the field pass. Yeah, if you were one of the first 75, so you're all set.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yep,
But
I'll have
to me,
more
it's
info when we get closer, but you're locked in.
Cool. Yeah, to me, it's just shaking hands and meeting everybody. That's most important to me. But real quick, Jake, when I told the wife, because that's our anniversary, is that day, the 19th, and so it's me, my wife, my son, and my daughter-in-law is going, and I just suggested it to everybody, and they said, "Yeah, let's do it." And then she found out later. She goes, "Wait a minute, we're sitting with Jake's group." I go, "Yeah, the Asmaniacs." And she goes, "Is that crazy guy going to be there?" I said, "I don't think Beast will be there." And then she goes, "What about that guy who thinks I shouldn't vote?" I said, "Gary sometimes comes into town, but I don't know." But I said, "Hon, I said, the Beast and Gary are harmless. Don't worry about them. They're harmless, But
Hey, Beast, are you harmless, or should Papa Jet be worried about his family?
I'm a straight strict man, but I have rules and limits and
For
boundaries.
as long as I can remember. Ever since I was a little boy, it was my dream to go to Hogwarts. People always told me, Beast, you're not a wizard. You don't know magic. But I said,
Look, enough's enough.
For as long as I can remember. Ever since I was a little boy, it was my dream to go to Hogwarts. People always.
You think this is a goddamn game to y'all? You think this is a game to you?
For as long as I can remember. Ever since I was a little boy, it was my dream to go to Hogwarts. People always.
Flagging it.
Nobody gives a shit.
All right, back to our call here with Papa Jet. I think Beast is harmless, to answer the question.
Yeah, no, he is. He's harmless. But it's just funny she's getting to know some of the characters, But I think on that note, Jake, I'll end it. And yeah, it was nice talking to David T. Thanks for doing that.
The meeting of the two nicest people in this community finally happened. Real quick, Nick Shine, he says the only person getting picked up is Jake after we brawl. Hey, Nick, I don't know if you heard the news, but apparently Georgie is coming with you too to pick up Big Cho. That was going to be the last call, but there's a guy on hold I will certainly take in a moment. Dana says, did you lose to the Saints this morning, Beast? Beast, did you beat the Saints when you played with the Jets in the video game? Beast, did you win in the video game against the Saints? Beast? Did you win, Beast? Now he doesn't know where he's on the air. Beast?
What does everybody want from me now?
Did you win when you played against the Saints this morning? I'm doing a show here.
50-0.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm a killer. They don't make real men like me. Let's get facts correctly, shall we?
You're a wizard, Beast. Well done.
Wizard my ass. How about calling me a king? And I am a king.
That's a king right there, folks. All right, last call. Then it's time for the Sauce Gardner jersey raffle. Rob, the Jet fan, closes out. Rob.
Hey, Jake. How you doing today, buddy?
What's going on, Rob?
Not too happy with what Robby Sabo was saying about Justin Fields. I mean, it doesn't really look optimistic the way he's speaking about his throwing motions and obviously, learning the pocket and, being able to throw screen passes and stuff or downfield. It doesn't look too good so far. And, I know it's a new system that he's learning, Jake, but then we also had to realize that this is his, fifth year he's in the NFL right now, or it's the fourth or fifth year?
I mean, he's a bridge quarterback. This is kind of what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see.
It's early. He'll improve. It's early. They're going to run the ball a shit ton this year. That's their plan. He's dynamic. I saw it on Saturday. He's when he makes plays with his legs, he's elite. He's one of the best running quarterbacks ever. He had 1,100 yards rushing in a season. That's going to be their offense.
I believe that. I believe the running part. I truly do. I'm terrified about the throwing part, which scares me because if he reminds you of Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson, the thing about Zach Wilson was he did have a really good arm, Zach Wilson, and he would make some throws that were sometimes almost like Aaron Rodgers, putting it in between the defender. But here's the thing. If you have Justin Fields, who uses really poor judgment, now obviously not intentionally, but has bad judgment, dropping passes downfield like that, it tends to scare you, Jake, because if we got this guy for roughly $30 million a year to be another running back, and what does that tell us for these games where you're forced to come back down maybe 10, 14 points, and he's forced to throw downfield because you know what? Limited time left. You can't sit there and run every play. Then what happens? Are we definitely going to lose those games?
There's going to be games where they just don't have enough firepower. I mean, that's just a reality. But there's going to be games where they have an offense that scores enough points and the coaching's good. The kicker with Falk is hopefully finally solved, and they win one-score games. They're better at the end of halves. They're well coached. Like that's the plan here. I don't think that the expectations for Fields for most realistic fans are all that high. I have them winning 6 or 7 games right now, Rob. Like that's the reality. I got to see it. I don't love the weapons, but I'm also not going to be concerned about Fields on August 6th. He's learning a new offense against an elite secondary, and there's been moments where he's looked good. And when they've run the ball with Brees, Braylon Allen, Isaiah, and him, they've had a good start to camp in that regard. So just take a breath. It's okay.
I'll take a breath, Jake, but
he's not making that much money either, Rob. They gave him $30 million guaranteed. He'll make 20 in the first year. Like
he's
the lowest paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I know.
Starting
it's not
for
a
a team that's not a rookie. So like
no,
he's
right.
rich.
It's not a money thing, but you'd be surprised. You have enough people on your fan base who call in who think he's Ring of Honor and he's going to be really good. And we're going to make the playoffs and we're going to win 11, 12, 13 games. I'm sorry. I think people are nuts.
It's not everyone. You're bringing
that.
up Peter Castro and JJ. For all those people, there's people in the chat that say the Jets are going to win 4 games. I have 42,000 people almost that subscribe.
No,
to
I know.
Rob. Everyone's got an opinion.
But those are the people who call in the most that you hear, Jake.
And your guy Neil, who you love Neil, was saying 17-0 at this time a year ago. So it is what it is, Rob. We're all fans.
It's frustrating, Jake, because you know what? If they had just kept Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams for one more year, we'd definitely be looking at the playoffs this year. At least 10 wins. If Aaron Glenn is this Parcell-like type of coach and discipline and down to the last details, and we're not making these dumb penalties, and he's doing everything that Salah didn't do, then you know what? I would be really confident this year that they would definitely make the playoffs this year. Definitely. But I cannot say that this year. People are sitting here saying, oh, if they win 7 and it has nuance, I'll be okay with it. If they win 8, I'll throw a parade. And if we win 9, oh my God. We got to think of extending Justin Fields. That's where I have the issue. I'm with you. I think 6 wins is our limit. Anything more than that, yeah, and there's good nuance to it, I would be happy. But when I see 15 for 43, 2 interceptions in 3 practices, yeah, I'm a little concerned. That's all I'm saying.
Rob. It's early, man. Take a breath. So let's see how he does if he plays in the preseason. Let's see the joint practices next week. So it's his 4th system in 5 years. Defense is typically ahead of the offense this time of year. The Jets have maybe the best corner in the league in Sauce. Stevens has had a great camp. Their safeties are much improved. Michael Carter's been awesome. He's healthy. He's going up against a good secondary. The Jets have 1 wide receiver who could separate. Garrett, that's it. It's early, man. I'm not a Justin Fields believer either, but I'm not going to write him off on August 6th. Let's see it. Sam Darnold won 14 games last year. And I'll keep bringing up the Jaden Daniels example because I witnessed it in person. He sucked against the Jets in a joint practice last year in mid-August. He went out there and had the greatest rookie quarterback season ever. Coaching matters. Guys get better. Guys improve. The Eagles were 2-2 last year. Rodgers is the better quarterback. You can't dispute that. What we're hoping is this team being better coached and the defense being better and having a real philosophy and identity of running the ball, they could be a better team, a better offense. And with Fields, if they are successful in that, he's 26, so you might have your guy long term. whether it's Rodgers or Tyrod, for those who want Tyrod and he's already hurt. There's no future there. So you try it with Fields, but look at the contract. He was signed to be a bridge. If he stinks or he's not the guy long term, they're taking a quarterback in the draft next year. Big Cho wrote in, chill. Thank you, Big Cho. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost raffle time. But first, reminder, next Saturday, it's on. The Asmaniac Watch Party is just days away. We're live at T-Squared Social, Midtown Manhattan, steps from Grand Central Station for the Jets and the Giants. $18 ticket includes a Friday beer, a gangrene tee shot, and a raffle ticket for your chance to win tickets to Jets Panthers. Signed Aaron Glenn jersey, signed Wayne Corbett jersey. The food menu's electric. The drink menu's great. And it's preseason, so we're going to have fun because it's going to be an absolute blast. Come party with me and the Asmaniacs. I can't wait. $18. Beer, shot, raffle ticket included, and a great night watching the Jets and the Giants. Let's go. Lock in your ticket. Right now, it is time for us to spin the wheel of champions. Good luck to everyone that is in this raffle. If you win, email me the address to send the signed Sauce Gardner jersey to. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. It's time. The winner is David D6. Now, David's a Lions fan. So, David, do me a favor. Email me AsmanJake@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can find a Lions signed jersey or just a Lions jersey in general. If you would prefer that than a signed Sauce jersey. But if you want the Sauce jersey, you won fair and square. So, shoot me a message, David. AsmanJake@gmail. And I will figure something out with you, man. Appreciate your support of the channel. You're always here. We welcome all fans, unless you're Patriots fans. So love that. Big Country with a super chat here. I'm going to add you to the next raffle, Big Country, for 2. Congrats again on your Jermaine Johnson jersey you won today. Sitting here watching my kids flag football. We should get the Jets to play them. How are your kids' flag football teams? Are they good? How will the Jets fare against them? David says, Jake, I would like to give the jersey to a member. Wow. All right, David, do me a favor. Email me anyway. I'm going to send you still some Asmaniac merch or something because that's very nice of you. But let's see. Should we spin the wheel again? How do we want to do this, chat? I could give the jersey to someone. But I think the best way to do it is just to spin the wheel again, right? That's fair. Man. Now, you know what? You want it fair and square, David. Is there a member you want the jersey to go to? Or do you want me to spin the wheel again? You decide. You want it. Do we spin? Or does David have an Asmaniac in mind he wants it to go to? That's the question. I'll wait for his response. Peter Castro, spin it. Yeah, of course you want to spin it, Peter. You're in there. TV says it's okay. You can just give it to me. Mike Dems, David, remember, we're best friends. I would like Boomtown to get the jersey. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're shipping to Canada. Boomtown's getting a Sauce jersey. Hey. This show is for the fans, by the fans, as CP would say about his Knicks channel. We say that about our channel. Boomtown, congratulations. A signed Sauce Gardner jersey is headed up north, across the border. Done deal. Well done. Well done. That is a great choice, by the way. Boomtown, certainly deserving of it. He's our committee chairman. He's the man who makes the monthly rankings happen. Asmaniac Madness wouldn't be a thing without him. The Azzies wouldn't be a thing without him. So an excellent choice. But David, still shoot me an email anyway. I'd love to send you some swag because you're an awesome, awesome listener, and that's very nice of you. All right. I think we're done here, folks. What a way to end. I'm back tomorrow, 9 a.m. first show, second show around 4:30ish. One more radio show for me tomorrow. I'm in for Michael K from 1 to 3. So we have that to look forward to. Yankees actually won a game today as we were sweating it out on the show here. All right. What a time to be alive. That does it for me. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. I already plugged the podcast. I told you guys to go to the Patreon. I don't know if I did. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. All right. Thanks to Sabo. Thanks to the community. Shout out to Beastbreaker and all the wizards at Hogwarts. And I'll talk to you guys soon. JETS. Jets, Jets, Jets. The Dream is up next. I don't recognize the Dream here.
This is Andrew C. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? Okay. You go by the name The Dream?
No, I didn't know. Somebody told me to type something in, and here I am. I'm very nervous. My first call. Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
Can I also tell you something? I want to be part of the Asmaniac.
You're doing a great job, man. I could see you being a regular on this program.
I would like to be.
Now, The Dream, have you had any alcoholic beverages this morning?
Absolutely.
I could tell.
Yeah.
What did you drink?
A Sailor Jerry rum.
Really? What time did you start opening that bottle?
I drink heavily on the weekends, but during the week, my job, I can't drink during the week.
So the weekend has started for you, I take it.
Call me Andrew. That's my name. Not The Dream.
I just changed it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're so good like that.
You're Andrew C., not The Dream now.
Yeah, I have a dog. A pit bull. He's part of the team, too. He has a Jet jersey.
That's awesome.
Found
What's your dog's name?
Happy.
Happy?
I didn't name him. I got him from the pound, I was like, I live in Jacksonville, Florida right now. I'm an Asmaniac, man.
Well, Andrew, I'll tell you what. This was an all-time great first call. You called in.
Oh, boy, he found a squirrel.
Is your dog going after the squirrel?
Yeah, Andrew C. Yeah. All right, so, yes. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love, and oh my God, yeah, my first call. I hope to call further, yeah.
Please call further. Ladies and gentlemen, if Andrew C. becomes a regular, welcome to the next March.
This scale shit, you all have pissed me off so hard. This is where I'm drawing the line. Maybe it's time for me to leave. Because this is really getting nowhere.
I'm Beastbreaker and I love Harry Potter. I'm a magical fart wizard. Abracadabra, bitches. I'm gonna blast ass in my diaper. Get me a bag of dicks. Get me a bag of dicks. Get me a bag of dicks. Bag of dicks.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you gotta make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.